When we see a video game, most of us look at it as a form of entertainment, but the artistic aspect is arguably just as important. Not only does it take good art to make the game visually pleasing, but there's also the unseen art of creating good gameplay mechanics. This brings me to Bound, a video game that tackles emotional themes through the portrayal of art. So is this game just another art piece or something beyond that? Bound is a platformer in which you play as a girl making her way through these dreamscape-like environments. The story is shown vaguely through different ways. One of the ways would be the dialogue the masked girl has with these giant monster characters. Throughout the game, you'll also see scenes from the character's past that reveal a bit more of the backstory, but will make little sense if you're not paying attention. In addition, there will be parts in which you play as a woman on a beach looking at her journal, every journal page accessing a different level. Now, as an artistic game, I expected the narrative to be unclear and symbolic, but Bound's story is borderline confusing. I didn't quite get what was happening until the very end, and even when I did figure it out, I was disappointed with the lack of depth. In addition, the gameplay doesn't make the story any more impactful. Take the game Journey for instance, which creatively uses gameplay to emotionally attach you to the journey. In comparison, Bound's gameplay seems bound to the game and doesn't have a lasting effect on the narrative. Talking about gameplay, Bound is essentially a bare-bones platformer with a trippy world. Visually, the game is beautiful and expressive. The world warps around the camera, making walls transparent to allow you to always see your character, no matter what she's behind. The world consists of a variety of geometric shapes, and it fits with the overall tone of the game. The visuals are crisp and clear, and there were moments where I thought, that would make a great screenshot. And fittingly enough, there's a picture mode, where you're able to move the camera freely to take screenshots and even add effects to the screenshots taken. It's a nice addition, and it makes sense with the artistic appeal of the game. That being said, the gameplay is much too simple and, like the story, lacks depth. You'll pretty much be going through the level doing your best not to fall, and if you do fall, it's not a problem, as you'll respawn right where you jumped. In addition, some levels will have these pearlescent shapes for you to collect called memory fragments. I would compare this to coins in a Mario game, and they will be the only things you will be collecting throughout the entirety of the adventure. That being said, collecting these fragments isn't nearly as satisfying as collecting coins. You just run over the shape and it flies away, making quiet mumbling sounds instead of the satisfying sound effects you may be used to with other games of the same genre. Pair that with how far and few between the fragments are, and the simple mechanic never really feels like an integral part of the game. One of the biggest problems I found in the gameplay was the fact that there are no enemies in the game for you to directly interact with. Instead, there are sections in which tentacles or obstacles will block your progress, and you have to dance to shield yourself from these negative forces. Although the idea fits the theme of the game, the implementation of the mechanic makes the gameplay unexciting. If your character is ever in danger, just hold down the R button and dance. Negative energy slowing down your character? Just dance. Can't move your character? Dance, dance! Your character can't even die unless they fall, making the dancing feel pointless. Nevertheless, I've explained pretty much everything you'll be doing during the 4 to 5 hours it takes to complete the game. After you beat the game, you'll unlock speedrun mode, which is a welcome addition as the main game feels slow. Bound also features a VR mode, which to my surprise feels inferior to playing it on the TV. The default camera setting has it to where it won't follow your character to ease motion sickness. This makes sense, but it forces you to reposition the camera a million times per level. Fortunately, the developers added a camera update in which you can play in VR with the camera following the character in third person. Unfortunately, I felt sick after 10 minutes and I rarely get motion sick from VR. Regardless, the graphics look much more crisp and high def on the TV screen, so there is little reason to even bother playing it in VR. Now, for the verdict. You will like this game if you're looking for a visually pleasing game, you like doing speedruns. You will dislike this game if you want gameplay with actual mechanics, you don't like easy, simple games, or you lack patience. So, can I recommend this game? No. The experience is just way too simple. The story is nothing special and the gameplay is downright boring. Visually, the game is beautiful, but the art is only aesthetic, as the developers clearly haven't mastered the art of gameplay mechanics. VR owners will also be disappointed as the VR mode is inferior to playing it regularly. All in all, Bound is bound to its niche genre and is more of an art piece than an actual game. Thanks for watching! If you enjoyed the video, maybe drop a like. It's the easiest way to support my channel and it's only a click away. Also, if you have any questions or differing opinions, feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Crow for PS4, PSVR, and PS Vita game reviews with all the grim necessities. Until next time, my friends. Until next time.